the Chesterfield Township Library has allowed me, Mr. Mike, another drawing buddy with you guys. Today I'm going to reach out to my little minion herself, S, who helps me out all the time at the library. Thank you, and we're going to continue. So we start in the middle of our page. I'm going to move up just a little bit. I'm going to make the glasses first, so I need a couple of eyes and circles. So if I start in the middle, crawl up about 3 fingers, I'm going to begin, draw one circle for one eye. I'm going to move over just a little bit and draw another circle for the other eye. A couple of eyeballs in between, so it's just a little offset, so I'm going to have one little eyeball inside, another little eyeball on the inside here. I'm going to stop at this point because now I'm going to do the rest of the goggles. I'm going to go right between the eyes and go up and around one set of goggles and stop. Right where I stopped, I'm going to pick it up again and go right around the other side of the goggles. Go all the way around and where I started originally, so I've got almost like a figure 8. To the inside of the goggles really quick, picking the left side, I'm going to double up my quarter circle on the inside there, and the same thing here on the other side following around, so it's got a little bit of a depth. The side of the goggles, basically I need to make them a little deeper, so at the top of the right side I'm going to go out and around and kind of follow underneath again, and then keep going up and under that side there, so it's got a little thicker of goggles. I'm going to stop at this point, so I need to make the head. I'm going to pick on the left side of the goggles, right in the middle. It's going to go up, it's going to go over, it's going to keep going down, and maybe stop about maybe a hand width down, about almost halfway to the page. It's going to continue back over, little quarter bump, small little quarter bump, because that quarter bump is going to turn back to the center of the goggles, so he's got one big head. Of course, we know our minions always need those goggles attached if they fall off. So in the middle of this goggle, I'm going to go over, make a stripe, go down a little bit, stripe, back to the other side, so now it holds onto it. Big smile. Of course, we need a big happy smile, so right underneath the nose, back a little bit, so one end going to turn to the smile, but that doesn't end, because I'm going to turn around and go all the way back, almost like a teardrop, so I have a triangle on one end and a circle on the other. Of course, we need our little tongue, so at the bottom, I'm going to make one bump, 2 bumps for the tongue, but of course we need teeth, so I'm going to make right in the middle of the mouth, I'm going to make one tooth, so it's a quarter circle, almost a rectangle rounded, another one, and another one. So out, maybe this one I'm going to shorten up a little bit, make my teeth, so he's got a big smiley face. I'm going to drop down for his buttons, right where I did the double bump. I'm going to make his little button so I know where to stop, because his overalls have to come down from the back of the body. It's going to jump back toward the button and loop around the button to make a strap. Right where that button is, I'm going to go down just a little bit and then start heading back toward the back of the body. Now, where's the back of the body? If I do that line imaginary, go all the way down here and kind of match up. I'm going to leave a gap there because, of course, I'm going to go out, back to the body for a tiny little short arm underneath his overalls. The glove is going to be nothing more than a little bigger than his arm, so I'm going to make one line that extends beyond the arm. Triangle back towards itself. Minions only have 3 fingers, so I have a thumb, so one oval, and the other side where I left off, other oval, and right in the middle, oval. So he's got 3 fingers. You're not going to get much more detail than that for a minion. I'm going to jump over to the other side. So right where I left that little triangle is the end of his face. I'm going to continue the overalls a little bit and down, so it kind of lines up a little bit on a curve. This button here, the other button will be on the other side. So it just kind of curves over. This arm is going to extend right from the shoulder up and then up, just like we did with this arm though. I'm going to make this glove a little longer than the arm. Triangle towards itself, so almost a triangle, not closing the triangle. 3 fingers. Here's my thumb, so an oval falling over, oval going up, another oval going up. I have a little space there for his palm, so I'm going to palm it right there. And I'm going to end it. Now his overalls are fairly simple. Right where I've got this little tummy bump here, I am going to extend into the body, not touch it, and kind of turn back a little bit so it's got a little Z curve to it. On this bump though, I'm going to big tummy. He's going to end right there. This back side is going to go here and go all the way around. Big bottom side and stop. I'm going to be a big gap in between because I'm going to start my feet. So jumping back to the front, so it goes out, down, and back. Rest of his tummy, so that quarter circle, down, over, and back. So he's got tiny little legs. Needs little feet to go with it. So at the back of the cuff, go around for the heel, oval for the foot, and back. But I want to make that foot a little extra detailed, so I'm going to go an extra heel, kind of circle, and then back to the toe there. I can close off that boot, so he's got a little boot. This foot's going to turn a little bit now, so that one's going up. This one's going to go out. So right in the middle of the cuff, or quarter of the cuff, I'm going to go over, over, and quarter circle there, and I can make his toes there. So it's like an oval and an oval, almost like two football shapes. We need to make his patch on his shirt. So the GRU symbol, of course, starts with an oval. We can do a diamond for the G, and then in the G and a little circle. So it doesn't really matter. They're so small you don't hardly see it. You can do pockets and details if you want. I can add stitches to his overalls by just adding a few dots for his overalls. Come down maybe a little bit here, a little stitching in the front perhaps. I can stitch under the arm through just little dashes. On the back side, oh, maybe I'll make that little button. Since I got a button on this side, maybe I'll take this button and move it here and put a button on the back side. So it's just a little bump out and a little bump again. More stitches, stitch, 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 stitch. Now I'll go down to tummy 2, stitch, 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 and maybe kind of wrinkles in the pants. And I'm kind of done, except for Dave needs hair. Dave's got the cool hair. He's got part on one side, and it just kind of parts, so half circles, half circles, half circles, half circles, half circles. Maybe one sticks over the end. Dave's looking pretty good. I can make his goggles as detailed as I want, so if I want to add another piece of strap, I can add a couple of buttons on there too to hold it together. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to sign my name at the bottom. You have to sign your name because this is yours. So remember the year as well. I'm going to wrap it up here and tell you to get to the library, get some books on your minions, or send a minion to go get your books for you. Remember, it's important. The weather's getting nice outside, and nothing better than laying in a hammock and enjoying your day. Draw this picture, draw it multiple times. I'm going to throw some color into it, and you guys have a wonderful day.